Welcome back to Unfiltered. So California socialist Gavin Newsom's reparations task force wants to put taxpayers on the hook for another woke joke, and the joke's on you. $500 billion in reparations for black Americans. Just do the math. It could mean more than $200,000 per person who qualifies. Of course, the liberal medias love this story. They've been pushing it for a while.
That reparations for African Americans could have cut COVID-19 transmission.
You can make a case of reparations without even having to go to slavery.
We created the situation. It's our job to solve it.
It's always discrimination. Black people are treated like garbage in this country.
We don't know what it means necessarily. People have different definitions of what reparations are and what it should look like.
Joining me now to make sense of all this is the host of Just Listen to Yourself with Kira Davis, our friend Kira Davis. Kira, listen, this sounds like one of these crazy leftist plans, but this is real. They're going to put pen to paper on this. Is there more than meets the eye to this reparations plan?
That $500 billion number only applies to one of their grievance areas, Dan. That's housing discrimination. The original report has over a dozen areas of grievances that they feel black Americans, particularly in California, should have reparations for. And some of those issues are things that range from disparity in healthcare outcomes to discrimination against black transgender Americans and climate discrimination. So that $500 billion does not even come close to what the final price tag on this could be should it be passed through California's legislature. It's a boondoggle.
So, Kira, where does it end if we're all paying for the sins of not just your father, but your great-great-great-grandfather and everyone else, despite you having done nothing wrong or ever having taken part in this atrocity that happened in this country? You know, where does it end? Who else gets reparations? And the irony is it's paid with government money, so we're all paying ourselves.
Well, you're not supposed to think that hard about it, Dan. Of course, the answer is that it never ends. We know what the grievance industry is. It's an industry. And so if you solve one problem, what's going to happen to all those jobs? So no, of course it will never end. But I would like to point out that the real problem with this proposal is that it creates more government. It isn't just a one-time kind of deal like, hey, let's just drop $200,000 on every black American. Boom, problem solved. We're sorry. Go on with your lives and don't spend it all in one place. It's not even like that, which would at least be something to hold on to. But this proposal creates a myriad of new government committees, and the Department of African American and Freedmen Affairs would be created. And you're talking about a department that would have access to literally trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that would be handed out, not in the form of cash payouts, but of scholarships, of housing vouchers, of tax credits, scholarships for your businesses. A proposal like this puts black people back in chains to the government. So we'll be beholden to the government for the rest of our lives if this goes through.
Kira Davis, thanks for your time. We appreciate you coming on.